సో ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ రివిజన్ క్లాసెస్లో మీకు లోకోమోషన్ గురించి చూద్దాం. Locomotion is the movement of organisms from one place to another. Protozoa exhibits 4 types of locomotions, that is the amoeboid locomotion, Procella's locomotion, and ciliary locomotion and metabolic. Okay. So amoeboid locomotion. So locomotion caused by pseudopodia is called amoeboid locomotion. It is common in the rhizopods, protozoans like amoeba and entamoeba, but it also exhibited by certain mastigophores and sporozoas. Next is pseudopodia. So pseudopodia are temporary extinctions of cytoplasm that develops into the directions of the movement. So these temporary structures are useful to move on the substratum as our legs do. Hence the name pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are 4 types of. There are the lobopodia and philopodia, reticulopodia and axopodia. So lobopodia, so these are blunt finger-like or lobe-like pseudopodia with bronze and rounded. So these are composed of both ectoplasm as well as endoplasm. Okay. So examples is amoeba, entamoeba and arcella, etc. So after philopodia. So these are filamentous pointed pseudopodia. So they may be branched. The philopodia are composed of ectoplasm only, Euglyphylla. Okay. So next to reticulopodia. So these are also called rhizopodia or mixopodia. So these are filamentations are profusely interconnected to form the network. So examples of the Elphidium and Golgizaria. After that, Axopodia, Actinopodia. So these are the fine needle-like pseudopodia radiating from the surface of the body. Each axopodium has cytoplasmic sheath and central axial rod. So actinophysis. Okay. So next, mechanism of amoeboid locomotions. So many theories have been proposed to explain the mechanism of amoeboid locomotions. So Solnz's theory of this change of viscosity theory, advocate of the Hyman, is explained in this chapter. So Solnz theory, change of viscosity theory. So this theory was proposed by Hyman in the 1917. So it is most accepted theory. This theory says that pseudopodium is formed by the change of cytoplasm and from plasmazel. So viscous outer cytoplasm to plasmosol, okay, fluid-like inner cytoplasm, and plasmosols to plasmazel. Amoeboid locomotion occurs following 4 steps. Attached of the body of amoeba to the substratum. At the anterior end, the plasmosol is converted into plasmazel. It is called gelatin. Okay. So after that, at the posterior end, the plasmazel is converted into plasmacell. It is called solations. So contractions of the plasmazel at the posterior end of the body push out the plasmacell formed. The pseudopodium is formed. So these processes are repeated again and again. The amoeba moves ahead. A speed of amoeboid locomotions varies from 2 microns to 3 microns per second. So what is it? So solve this theory is proposed by the Hyman scientist. So plasmazel converted to plasmasol. So plasmasol converted to pseudopodium. So is converted into displacement of body in the forward directions. Okay. So next, Procella's locomotions. So Procella locomotions is called Procella locomotion. So Procella locomotion exhibited by Procellates, protozoans, mastigophora, Placella. The long whip-like locomotor organelles are called placella. They may be 1 or 2 or more in number. The number of placellas is 1 in Trypanosoma, so 2 in Euglena. So 1 is Trypanosoma and 2 is Euglena. Okay. So the long wimp-like locomotor organelles are called placella. So they may be 1 or 2 or more in numbers. The number of placella is 1 of Trypanosoma, 2 in Euglena, so 4 in Trichomonas, so 4 pairs of Giardia and many in Trichonympha. Okay, so each flagellum has a central axis called axonemes and protoplasmic sheath. The axial filaments originates from a basal granules. The basal granule is connected with the nucleus by a root-like structure called rhizoplast. Each axoneme is formed of 2 central microtubules and 9 parallel peripheral microtubules. 9 plus 2 form. These are formed by the protein called tubulin. Okay. So each peripheral pair bears pair of short arms. They are called dynemones. So these arms are made of protein called dynein. Okay. So the flagellas bear small hair-like fibrils on the sides. So these fibrils are the mastigonemes fibers. Based on the arrangement of mastigonemes, the flagellas are classified into 5 types. So ఈ flagellas locomotions అనేది 5 types గా డివైడ్ చేశారు. That is the stegnomematic and patognemmatic and pentachromognemmatic, acronematic, anematic, simple flagellum. Okay. So stegomematic. So when the mastigogenomes are present on the side of the flagellum, it is called the stegomematic flagellum. These are the examples of the Euglena. After that, patognemmatic. When the mastigonemes are present in 2 or more rows arranged on both sides of the flagellum, it is called pantognomematic flagellum. Okay, paranema. So next, pentachromognemmatic kochi. When the mastigonemes are present in 2 rows on the lateral sides of the flagellum, but the flagellum ends in the terminal naked filaments, urocelus. Okay. Acronematic. When the mastigonemes are absent and the distal end of the flagellum ends in the terminal naked filaments, chlamydomonas. Okay. After that, anematic flagellums. In this type of flagellum, mastigonemes or terminal filaments are absent. So hence it is called anematic flagellum, chelomonas and cryptomonas. Okay. So locomotion is a very important portion of the your first year syllabus. Okay. So types of flagellar movements. Flagellum shows undulations movements, sideways launch movements, and spiral gyrations movements. So undulation movements is undulations from the base to the tip causes a pushing force and the organism is pushed backwards. Undulations from the tip up to the base causes on a pulling force and the organism is pulled forward. If the flagellum bends to one side and so shape wave-like movement from the base to the tip, the organism moves laterally in the opposite directions. Okay, that is the undulation movement. So when the undulations are spiral, they cause rotations of the organisms in the opposite directions, which is called gyration. Next, sideways lash movements. The flagellar movement of many organisms is a sideways lash which consists of 2 strokes, namely effective stroke and recovery strokes. So effective strokes is the flagellum becomes rigid and starts bending to one side, beating against the water. So this beating against water is at right angles to the longitudinal axis of the body and the organism moves forward. So recovery stroke. So flagellum becomes soft and moves backwards to its original position. It is called recovery strokes. So okay, effective stroke and recovery stroke. After that, so simple conical gyration movements. So 3 types of flagellar movements. What is the undulations movement? After sideways lash movement, after simple conical gyration movement. Okay. So simple conical gyration. Okay. Okay. So simple conical gyration movements. So in this movement, a flagellum turns like a screw. This exerts the propelling actions that pulls the organism. So forward through water with a spiral rotations around the axis of movement and gyration on its own axis. Okay. So after that, next plus locomotion is ciliary locomotion. So locomotion caused by cilia is called ciliary locomotion. So ciliary locomotion is observed by in cilia's examples of Paramecium verticella and opaline. Okay. So cilia's are short hair-like structures. They are present all over the body surface or conified to specific regions of the ciliate protozoans. The structural organizations of a cilium is similar to that of a flagellum, but cilium is shorter in length. Okay. So mechanism of ciliary movement. Ciliary movement is very similar to that of flagellar movement. It has also effective stroke and recovery stroke. Okay. So effective stroke, cilium bends backward and beats against the water. It is called effective stroke. Body moves forwards during this stroke as cilium pushes the water backwards. So recovery stroke. So after the effective stroke, the cilium comes to its original position by its backward movement without any resistance. It is called recovery stroke. So in Paramecium, cilia are arranged in transverse and longitudinal rows. They show two types of coordinated movements. There are cilia in a transversion row beat simultaneously in one direction. It is synchronous movement. The sequential movement of cilia in a longitudinal row, one after the other, in one direction is called metachronous movement. It resembles the movement of plants in a paddy field due to blow of wind from one direction to the other. Okay, so after last the metapody, that is the called as a gliding locomotion. The small zigzag movement in the protozoans caused by the contraction and relaxations of myonemes present below the pellicle in the cytoplasm is called gliding locomotions. These movements are shown by flagellates, sporozoans, and some ciliate animals. So these are the locomotions. These are your important questions. So your locomotion is the amoeboid locomotion. After that, flagellar locomotion and the ciliary locomotion. So amoeboid locomotions, so we will know the pseudopodias. So pseudopodias different types. These are lobopodia, philopodia, reticulopodia, axopodia. After that, mechanism of amoeboid locomotions lo Solger's theory or that change of viscosity theory. After next locomotion is flagellar locomotion. So flagellar locomotion lo stegopneumatic and pantopneumatic and pentachroneumatic and acroneumatic, apneumatic simple flagellar is flagellar locomotions. What is types of flagellar movements are there? Undulation movement, so sideways lash movement, the sideways lash movement lo effective stroke and recovery stroke. So simple conical gyration movements. After last the ciliary locomotion. So ciliary locomotion mechanisms lo effective strokes and recovery strokes. Last the metapody. So that is name other name is called gliding locomotion. Okay. So these are the important question in the protozoa animals first unit lo. మీకు జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ అండ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రోటోజోవా. నెక్స్ట్ ఎల్పిడియం యొక్క స్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ టైప్ స్టడీ ఆఫ్ ఎల్పిడియం. నెక్స్ట్ లోకోమోషన్ కూడా ప్రోటోజోవా అనిమల్స్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్స్ వచ్చి యూనిట్ 2లో మీకు జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ అండ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫోరిఫెరా అనిమల్స్. సో ఫోరిఫెరా అనిమల్స్లో జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఏంటి, క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఏంటి, అండ్ skeletons in sponges, canal system in sponges. Okay, ఈ 3 టాపిక్స్ యూనిట్ 2లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏంటవి? జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫోరిఫెరా అనిమల్స్ అండ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫోరిఫెరా అనిమల్స్, So skeleton in sponges, canal system in sponges. So first we will discuss the porifera general characters. In the evolution of animals, the sponges are considered as the first step towards the attainment of multicellular natures of the body. These sponges have the bodies with aggregations of the cells. Many cells in nature may be necessary for diffusion of oxygen from the surrounding medium and diffusion of metabolic wastes from the body. Another advantages of many called nature is that the animal maintains a definite shape also. So the animal nature of sponges was not recognized till the middle of 19th century. Many scientists considered them as plants for a long time. Later, they are included among coelenterate. The first evidence of their animal nature was given by the Linnaeus scientist in 1765. So after water currents through the osculum, Linnaeus, Lamarck, Cuvier scientist is classified in the zoophytes and included in the coelenterate animals. So after next scientist is extension of the Grant scientist studied extensively the morphology and physiology. The sponges is in the porifera animals in 1836. The given name of the porifera. So porifera means pores means pore, fero means to bear. Now these sponges have given a separate status and completely separated from other metazoans by Huxley and Solus scientists in 1884. So because these animals have some porifera animals, okay. So porifera includes sponges which are plant-like primitive animals. So they are found attached to submerged rocks. They are exclusively marine, expected for a single freshwater species. So in all there are about 10,000 species of sponges. So there are symmetrical and radially symmetrical multicellular organisms. So with cellular grade organizations without tissues and organs. Okay. So these are the introductions of the porifera animals. Next, general characters of the porifera. So sponges are most of animals are given in the aquatic animals lively, mostly in seas. So seas expected for the animals belonging to family Spongilidae, which live in fresh water. So fresh water లో ఉన్నటువంటి Spongilidae animals కాకుండా remaining animals అంతా they live in the sea water. Okay. So there are multicellular animals living solitary or in colonies attached to the submerged rocks. Okay. So after body is sponges are without definite symmetrically or show the radially symmetrically. So they may be occur in many shapes, wise like wedge shape, cylinder shape, and spherical shape, or without any shape. So these are the shape of the sponges. Body possesses many pores called ostia. So this is a unique character of sponges. At the tip of the body there is a large opening called osculum. So this is a unique characters. So unique characters of sponges at the tip of the body. So there is a large opening called osculum. So water enters through the ostia into the body and flows out through osculum. So body enters through the ostia into the body and flows out through osculum. Okay. So next, through sponges are the all sponges is metazoan animals. The body shows only aggregations of cells. So tissue grade organization is absent. So sponges are aquatic animals, mostly sea animals, or expected the Spongillatus family is freshwater. So there are multicellular animals. So like that, these are the animals living in the solitary and then are in colonies attached to the submerged rocks. So bodies is radially symmetrical. So these are the many shapes is the wedge shape and cylindrical shape and spherical shape and on the without any shapes. Body possesses pores of the called ostia. So this is a unique characters of sponges. At the tip of the body, there is a large opening called osculum. So water enters through the ostia into the body and flows out through osculum. Okay. So through sponges or metazoans, the body shows only aggregations of the cells. Tissue grade organization is absent. Okay. So next, body consists of a special system called canal system. So peripheral animals లో స్పెషల్ గా మనకి కెనాల్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది వెల్ డెవలప్ లో ఉంటుంది. సో త్రూ విచ్ వాటర్ ఫ్లోస్ అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ లీవ్స్ అవుట్ త్రూ ఆస్ట్రియా. సో ఆస్ట్రియా ద్వారా వాటర్ అనేది బాడీ నుంచి వెళ్తుంది. సో అలాగే దీస్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆస్కులం అండ్ ఆస్ట్రియాస్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్ ఇన్ ద కెనాల్ సిస్టమ్. So special type of cells are called collar cells. So special type of cells are called collar cells. So that is also choanocytes are present leaving radial canals. So radial canals దగ్గర ఈ choanocyte cells అనేవి ఉంటాయి. So sponges are the only metazoans in which these choanocytes are present. Okay. Sponges are the only metazoans in which these choanocytes are present. Okay. The central cavity present in the body is called sphangocele. So the central cavity present in the body is called sphangocele. Okay. So lined by cells called pinacocytes. So sphangocele surroundings lo lined by called pinacocyte cells. So these are the cells that are seen on the outer surface of the body, also forming a layer called pinacoderm. So pinacoderms already form out. Okay. So the central cavity present in the body is called sphangocele, lined by cells called pinacocytes. These are the cells that are seen on the outer surface of the body, also forming a layer called pinacoderm. Next, sponges are sedentary and cannot move or expect the larval stages. So digestive system is absent. So cooperations among different cells is rarely represent. Sensory cells are also absent. No circulatory system is seen. The cells are called archaeocytes, collected the digested food and supply the same to other cells. No circulatory system is seen. The cells called archaeocytes collect the digestive food and supply the same to the other cells. No special expiratory or respiratory organs are present. These functions are carried by diffusion process. They have skeleton to support the body. Skeleton is formed by either spicules, spongine fibers, or both. So spicules are of two types, megaloscales and microscales. So in between the two layers that are present in the body, this is a shape between the jelly substances in which amoeboid cells, spicules and spongine fibers are seen in the body. So some are hermaphrodite animals, so some are unisexual animals. So reproduction is the both sexual and asexual methods. Asexual method is budding and formation of gemmules. Fertilization is internal and zygote undergoes holoblastic cleavage. Amphiblastula and parenchyma larvae are seen during development. So sponges have high power of regeneration. So high power of regenerations. Okay. So body consists of a special system of canal system throughout the ostia. Special type of cells is the choanocyte cells. Is present of the radial canals. Sponges are only metazoans in these choanocytes are present. The central cavity present in the body is called sphangocele, lined by cells are called pinacocytes. So these are the cells that are seen on outer surfaces of the body, also forming a layer called pinacoderm. So sponges are sedentary and cannot move except in larval stages. Digestive system is absent. The digestion is completely intracellular and intracellular digestion is not seen. So nerve cells are absent. So cooperation among different cells is rarely present. Sensory cells are also called absent. So now circulatory system is seen. The cells called archaeocytes collect the digested food and supply the same to other cells. No special excretory and respiratory organs are present. These functions are carried by diffusion process. There are have skeleton support of the body. Two types of spicules is there, megalospheric and microspheric spicules. In between two layers are present of the space with filled with the jelly type substances like amoeboid cells. Spicules and spongian fibers are seen in the body. So some are animals of the hermaphrodite, some are animals of the asexual. So reproduction is both by sexual and asexual method. Asexual method is by considered by budding. Fertilization is internal and zygote and was holoblastic cleavages. So amphiblastula and parenchymal larvae are seen during the development. So sponges have high power of the regenerations. Okay, so these are the characters of the sponges. So tomorrow class lo classification guరించి చెప్తాను. Okay. సో ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్లో మీకు ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు చెప్పాను కదా, జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ అండ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్రోటోజోవా అప్ టు క్లాసెస్ విత్ ద సూటబుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అండ్ ఎల్పిడియం యొక్క స్ట్రక్చర్, life history of the elpidium, locomotion in the protozoa animals. So next second unit lo general characters and classification of the porifera animals. So skeleton in sponges, next canal system in the sponges. Okay, so మీరు ఏ క్వశ్చన్ రాసినా కూడా మస్ట్ అండ్ షుడ్గా డయాగ్రామ్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి, డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేయాలి, నీట్ డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేయండి, ప్లస్ ఇంట్రొడక్షన్ రాయాలి, పాయింట్స్ సైడ్ రేటింగ్స్ సైడ్ రేటింగ్స్ రాయాలి. మొత్తం టోటల్ టాపిక్స్లో టాపిక్ మెయిన్ పాయింట్స్ అంతా ఈజీ వేలో రాసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోవాలి. ఓకే, డయాగ్రామ్స్ ఖచ్చితంగా డయాగ్రామ్స్ అయితే మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా అన్ని డయాగ్రామ్స్ డ్రా చేయాలన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఎల్పిడియం లైఫ్ హిస్టరీ అనుకున్నాను, ఎల్పిడియం లైఫ్ హిస్టరీ యొక్క డయాగ్రామ్ అనేది మీరు డ్రా చేయాలి. అలాగే ప్రోటోజోవాస్లో జనరల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్లో ఒక అనిమల్ లెక్క డ్రా చేయాలి. అలాగే క్లాసిఫికేషన్లో అమీబా, ఎంటమీబా, వాల్వాక్స్ ఇలాంటి అనిమల్స్ అంతా నేమ్స్ మీకు బాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ అయినటువంటి డయాగ్రామ్స్ని అక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేయాలి, డ్రా చేయాలన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఏ క్వశ్చన్ అయినా కూడా టెన్షన్ పడకండి, ఫ్రీగా కొంచెం రిలాక్స్గా ఆలోచించి రాయచ్చు. ఓకే, రాయండి ఎగ్జామ్ సెంటర్స్లో. సో లోకోమోషన్ అంటే మీకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు కదా, ప్లాజిల్లార్ లోకోమోషన్, అమీబాయిల్ లోకోమోషన్ అండ్ సీలియరీ లోకోమోషన్స్ గురించి డీటెయిల్గా రాసి డయాగ్రామ్స్ ఉన్నాయి దాంట్లో మీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో. ఆ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఉన్న డయాగ్రామ్స్ నీట్గా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేయడం అనేది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ టుమారో క్లాస్లో క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ పోరిఫెరా, స్కెల్టన్ ఇన్ స్పాంజెస్, కెనాల్ సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ స్పాంజెస్ గురించి చెప్తాను. సరేనా?